Sadaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashanteye Vyasaya Vishnurupaya Vyasarupaya Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmanide Vasishtaya Namo Namaha Smarana Matrena Janma Samsara Bandhanat Vimuchite Namastasmi Vishnave Prabha Vishnave Lakshmi Nata Samarambam Nate Amuna Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Partaya Pradibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandatami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Vibhuti Yogam. It is Aishwaryam, opulences, glories, divine glories of the Bhagavan as such. So he started the chapter 10 by saying, I'm going to talk to you about much greater things, Paramam Vachaham. So since you are very close to me as well as dear to me, and for your own benefit, I'm going to talk to you about the greater things about me. So that's what he started off by saying in chapter 1, first sloka. Then nobody, including the rishis and the devatas, don't me completely, because I am the people. I was present even before they were born into this world, and therefore nobody knows me completely. So a person who knows me as unborn as well as without any beginning and the Lord of this entire universe, that knowledgeable person will get completely liberated from all his sins. Then Bhagavan talked about the various things that arise from him. Mattayeva Pratik Vidaha. So that's what we talked about 4 and 5 yesterday. Let's move on to sloka number 6.
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Maharshayah sapta purve chatvaro manavasthada madbhava manasa jata esham lokaimah prajaha.
So Bhagavan talks about who are the people he created. Maharshaya Sapta, that means the 7 rishis. Of course, each Manvantara has got 7 Sapta rishis. The initial person that the Bhagavan created through Brahma. Of course, Brahma was the person he created first. Through the Brahma, he created the 7 rishis. Atri, Bhrigu, Pulaha, Pulastya, Vasishta, Kratu, and then the Sangarisa. These are the 7 rishis. Sapta rishis initially created Bhagavan. That's Sapta Rishayaha, Purve, at the beginning of this creation. Chatvaro, that means the 4 people. Who are the 4 people? The 4 people who are born of the mind of Brahma. Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. These are the 4 people who are born of the mind of Brahma itself, and they are the greatest devotees of Bhagavan. So when Brahma asked them to start the creation in this universe, they said they are not interested. They are only interested in this bhakti. So these are the 4 people. They are the greatest devotees of Lord Vishnu. Chatvaraha. Manavastata. That means all these various manus. The different, each Manvantara, the why it is called as Manvantara means it is preceded by a Manu. The first one, Manu, was this Swayambhu Manu Shatarupa. Then, of course, we are now in the Brahma's Svetavaraha Kalpam. Each day of Brahma is called as one Kalpam. As I told you earlier, the one Kalpa is 1000 Chaturvyugas, which is 4.32 billion years. So that is divided into 14 Manvantaras. That means each day of Brahma, that is, this is divided into 14 Manvantaras, each one about 71 Chaturyugas, 71 plus Chaturyugas, because totaling to 1000. That's how the 1000 Chaturyugas are divided. So therefore, today, currently, we are in the 7th Manvantara. So almost during the midday of the Brahma of this Svetavaraha Kalpa. So the current Manvantara is Vaivasvata Manu. Why is he called Vaivasvata? He was born out of Vivasvan. Vivasvan is son. So he was the son of is the son of sun god, is UN son. So in fact, chapter 4 also we saw that Bhagavan said, first I gave this knowledge to Vivasvan, the son. He gave it to Manu, and then Manu gave it to Ishvaku. So that's how the Karma Yoga, that's how the whole knowledge got spread. That's what Bhagavan said. So he is the Vaivasvata Manu. So when you do the Sankalpa also, we do that. No? Vaivasvata Manvantare, Ashtavinshati Me Kaliyuge Pratame Pade. That's what we say. So this is the Manvantara of Vaivasvata Manu. So before that was Manu Chakshu. So like that. So the entire Manus were also created by me. Manavastata. Madbhavaha. That means they all came from me. Manasa, through my own mind. Jata, they were all born. So all this, the Saptarishis, the the Chatvara, the Sanaka, Sananda, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, all these Manus, they were all born out of me, out of my own mind. Yesham Loka Ima Praja. Not only that, all these living beings, these Prajas, all these living beings, all these people also came from me only. So that means the entire creation was from me only. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say. He's talking about his opulences, no? So that's why he's talking about all the greatnesses of himself. That's what it is. Let's move on to the sloka number 7.
एतां विभूतिं योगं च मम यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः सोऽविकम्पेन योगेन युज्यते नात्र संशयः.
Yetam vibhutim. So all these opulences that I talked about earlier, yogam, that means yoga. Yoga means the power of Bhagavan, the mystic power of the Bhagavan. Mama, that is, Bhagavan says, my mystic powers as well as all these opulences that I talked about earlier. Yaha, that person, Veti, that one who truly understands all these things about me. By a person who understands all my powers, all my yogas, all my opulences, everything, a person truly understands that. Saha, that person, avikalpena. Vikalpa means with some divisions or with, with some kind of a split. Split is not split, that means he's completely in me. That means savikalpena yogan. That means he's always thinking about me, he's united with me. That person, yujyate, that means he gets united with me. Therefore, there is no na atra samsaya. There is absolutely no doubt on that. Samsaya means doubt. Atra here, na samsaya. That means there is no doubt on that. So a person who knows me, who knows my all these opulences, all my powers and all this yoga and everything, that person gets united with me. There is no doubt about it, Arjuna. So that means we are understanding the true nature of the Bhagavan itself releases a person from the samsara chakra and he becomes united with me. That's what Bhagavan is saying. So the Bhagavan is giving different ways of reaching him. We saw different ways of, in one of these, the fourth chapter, we said a person who knows that Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam yeti. So that means a person who understands my avatars and the purpose of the avatars, he also gets liberated. So different ways of reaching Bhagavan. So a person who understands my true nature completely and then that person becomes united in me and therefore he reaches me and therefore there is no doubt on that. So that's what Bhagavan is saying. Move on to sloka number 8.
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्तः सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावसमन्विताः.
Aham sarvasya prabhavaha. That means I am the source of creation of this entire universe. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. From me only everything generates. So I am the source of creation and therefore everything generates from me only. Mattayeva pravartate. Iti matva. So a person who understands this, having understood this completely, that is, he is the source of creation, from him only everything arises. Mam Buddha. So that means a learned person. Buddha means a learned person. A learned person who knows this completely, then he starts praising me. Iti matva bhajante. Bhajante means bhaja means to praise or to so the person who praises the Bhagavan or who chants the name of the Bhagavan, fully understanding that he is the source of all creation and everything comes from me and he is everything. Bhava samanvitaha. That means with we worship with all their bhava. That means with all the mind completely devoted to me. Samanvitaha. That means he not only his lips talk about mention my name, but internally with the mind also he fully understands that I am the source of creation, and therefore with all this with this devotion, he starts praising me. That person starts praising me. A learned person starts praising me. That's what it is. So again, continuing the same path of this. The more and more knowledge we know about Bhagavan, the greater awe and greater the respect for Bhagavan increases, and therefore that's what Bhagavan is trying to say. And therefore slowly everybody will start knowing who is the greatness of Bhagavan. So Bhagavan has got two aspects. One is the Parat Tattvam and the other one is Saulabhyam. Parat Tattva means is the ultimate. That means that's all these things that Bhagavan talking about is only is indicating is Parat Tattvam. Parat Tattva means is the ultimate person. There is nothing else beyond him. So everything else, everything is only arises from me only. So that is one quality of Bhagavan, Parat Tattva. The second one is Saulabhyam. Supposing a person is also Parat Tattvam, at the same time, If he's not easily reachable, how does it matter to me? So he must be capable of being reached by me in a very easy manner. So that's what Bhagavan is. At the same time, Saulabhya also. Saulabhya means easily approachable through love and affection. That's why Bhajante. So that means I can be approached through love and affection. That's what in the previous chapter also he said, no? Patram Pushpam Palam Toim Yome Bhaktya. That means a person who gives whatever little thing is willing to accept. For a person who created this entire universe, how does it matter if a person offers a plantain or it doesn't offer? Even the plantain itself is generated by him. You're only offering what has been created by him. So there's nothing that you are creating new and then offering to Bhagavan. In spite of that, Bhagavan, because of the bhakti bhava with which it is being offered, he accepts it. So that means it becomes easily approachable also. So these two things combine together to make Bhagavan, that's why the people start praising Bhagavan, because he can do anything he wants. He can help me, can provide me whatever I want. And at the same time, he is easily approachable also. He listens to my requests, which are sincere. And therefore, these are the two qualities which make Bhagavan the greatest person. So that's what Bhagavan is talking about. Everything has risen from me. I am the source of creation. So the people understand me that, and therefore they start praising me with their full devoted attention on me. That's what it is. Sloka number 9.
मच्चित्ता मद्गतप्राणा बोधयन्तः परस्परम् कथयन्तश्च मां नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च.
So he's talking about his bhaktas, the devotees. What do the bhaktas do? Mat chittaha. Chitta means all there, the mind always, deeply soaked in me. Mat chittaha. Matgata pranaha. That means all this, their lives, that their entire prana means their life is being devoted to me. That means they are devoted their entire life to me. So they are always thinking about me. They are devoted to me. Their life devoted to me. That means they are doing the kainkariya. That means they are doing this service to Bhagavan as such. Bodhayantaha parasparam. So all these people join together in this in the bhakti. The sangam is the most important. That's why Andal talks in the Pasam, she's asking everybody to join together in their kirtana about Krishna Paramatma. So bodhayantaha parasparam. So they join together and keep on preaching about the Bhagavan's great qualities. This is how this is what the Bhagavan is. Somebody will talk about Ramabhadran, somebody will talk about Krishna Avataram, somebody else will talk about Varaha Avataram, somebody will talk about their experiences with Bhagavan. So many things. So the bodhayanta parasparam, say they join together. So they're all like-minded people. All their minds are focused on Bhagavan, and they keep doing the service to the Bhagavan, and therefore they keep talking about Bhagavan. Bodhayantaha parasparam. Kathayantascha mam nityam. That means they always talk about this various, this talking. Kathayanta means the Bhagavan's various leelas, various, the Puranas, Bhagavad Katha. So Kathayantaha mam. Mam, they're talking about me nityam. Always they keep on talking about me nityam. Tushyanti. By doing that, they get completely satisfied. So that means Tushyanti, Ramanti, they also enjoy. So all these people, what they join in a group. Now, even the matters like Lokika thing. Supposing there's a cricket match going on. So all the people who are interested in cricket, they will join together. They will keep on discussing. This is how you should have done. This is how you should have done this in this particular match. This person did like that. He got double century in this particular match, etc. etc. They keep on talking about this topic only. So people are interested in the topic. Similarly, all the bhaktas are always deep rooted and kathayanta. That means they are always this deep rooted in the Bhagavan's thoughts, and also they are doing the kainkariya to Bhagavan. They always join together. They always keep talking about the Bhagavan's the way they keep preaching about this is what Bhagavan said, this is what he did in Bhagavad Gita, this is what he said in so and so places, this is what he said in Anugita, this is what he did in Ramavatara, all those things. Bodhayantaha parasparam kathayantascha. They also talk about the various leelas of Bhagavan. They talk about the Damodara Leela. Bhagavan was tied to the rope by Yashodamaya, tied by the rope to the martyr by the Yashodamaya. Then he pulled it towards this, the Kakuba trees, and then trees fell, and all this Nala Kubra came out of that. They started praising about Bhagavan. So all those things, they keep on talking about the various leelas of Bhagavan. Kathayantaha mam nityam, always. So the Dushyanticha Ramanticha. That means by doing that, they get completely satisfied and they enjoy also. That's the greatness of bhakti. See, in all various other paths, if you take the Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga or anything like that, while performing the means, you may not get that kind of a happiness or something. Only when you reach the goal of ultimately reaching the abode of Bhagavan, of course, you will get that happiness, etc. Whereas in the bhakti, the means itself is creative, the happiness. That's what is the greatness of bhakti. So forget about they all going to ultimately Bhagavan, enjoy the bliss with him. That's one aspect. But then while even doing that, they enjoy that. Tushyanticha, Ramanticha. So they always keep it because the love is always satisfying, and also it will give you this kind of happiness. So that is bhakti is the path of love, and therefore the means itself is enjoyable. Supposing if somebody is being prescribed, this he has got this some kind of a disease, the the medicine for that they say is you'll have to drink this badam kheer every day in the morning, both in the morning and the evening. So even forget about he getting cured. They enjoying the badam kheer every day in the morning and the evening. That itself brings them the joy, the happiness. Similarly, this bhakti itself, bhakti in the means itself will brings all my devotees the happiness, because the thought of Bhagavan itself is able to generate them the happiness. That's what it is. In fact, if you look at the gopis in this Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 3 stages in which Bhagavan evolved them. The first stage was where they wanted to be physically present with Bhagavan. So that's what all these various Rasa Leelas, Bhagavan, the flute and all those things, that is the first stage. Then the second stage, when Bhagavan went to Mathura, then he sent a Yuddhava the message. Even when Yuddhava came and talked about Krishna, even the separation from Bhagavan was creating them kind of an happy, because they were thinking about Bhagavan, etc. Then finally, when he meets them in the Shamanta Panchakam, he is meeting all the Gopikas again for the last time in that in his life. At that time, he is making them realize that he is ever present in their heart. So all the Gopikas realize that Bhagavan Krishna is already present in their heart, and therefore whether they're yogam or yogam, that means whether he's physically present or not physically present, doesn't matter to them at all, because they see Bhagavan inside their heart every day, and therefore they enjoy that the presence of Bhagavan always with them. So like that, bhaktas always, when they think about the Bhagavan, they talk about the Bhagavan, all the leelas, etc. And all these things bring them joy. Tushyanticha, ramanticha. That brings my devotees a great joy and happiness. Whether I am physically present with them or not, it doesn't matter. These things always make them happy. That's what Bhagavan says. So let's continue the discussion tomorrow. Vasutam devam kamsa chanura mardhanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagatrum sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Krishna 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 Krishna.